Hello everyone! Today's article is titled North Korea Unveils Luxury Beach Resort. It covers the opening of the Wonsan Kalma Coastal Resort, a massive tourism project designed to boost the North Korean economy. The beach is open, but the tourists are not exactly pouring in. So is this a real attempt at economic reform or just another tightly staged show? Let's pause for a moment before we move into the article. We'll watch a short clip related to today's topic. As you watch, think about what ideas or questions it brings to mind. Now that we've seen the clip, let's take a step back. Before we dig into the details, it helps to explore a broader idea behind the story. This will guide how we understand what follows. This brings us to the theme of image versus reality in authoritarian states. Tourism is often about escape, relaxation, and curiosity. But when every photo op is planned and every beach is controlled, the experience becomes curated rather than free. North Korea's new beach resort may look impressive, but it reflects a controlled version of reality, designed to project stability and prosperity while masking deeper restrictions. Should countries with strict state control be allowed to use tourism to shape their international image? Tourism is often seen as a soft power tool, a way for countries to present their culture and lifestyle to the world. However, when used by authoritarian regimes, it can become a form of propaganda. North Korea's Wonsan Kalma Resort looks modern, clean, and vibrant in state media, but these images may be carefully staged. Most tourists can't go freely. Locals may be selected by the government. In this case, tourism doesn't open the country up. It creates a polished illusion for outsiders. Still, there's a counter-argument. Even controlled tourism can bring small forms of exposure, interaction, and revenue. For some visitors, seeing North Korea, even in a limited way, may challenge their assumptions. But without transparency and openness, tourism becomes a performance, not a bridge. The question is not just whether North Korea should offer tourism, but whether the world should reward a system that filters reality through propaganda. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll go over 3 important expressions, learn their meanings, and see them in action with example sentences. Let's start with plunge. It means to fall or move suddenly and deeply, either physically or metaphorically. In the article, the lack of tourists shows how expected attendance numbers may plunge. Here is an example. After the borders closed, visitor numbers plunged to record lows. Next, we have sprawling. It describes something that spreads out over a large area, often in an unorganized or impressive way. In the article, the beach resort is described as a sprawling complex built to host thousands. Here is an example. The hotel sat in the middle of a sprawling resort with pools, restaurants, and private beaches. Finally, let's look at lean into. It means to actively embrace or commit to something, especially when it's bold or uncomfortable. North Korea seems to lean into the image of being open and modern, even if it's carefully staged. Here is an example. Instead of hiding its past, the country leaned into tourism as a way to rebrand itself. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. North Korea's Wonsan Kalma Resort was launched as a world-class tourist destination, featuring beaches, water slides, and space for 20,000 visitors. But with strict border controls and few foreign tourists, especially from the West or China, attendance is extremely low. Even with Russian group tours allowed, the effort feels more like propaganda than a real tourism boom. The contrast with South Korea's open resorts is striking and surreal. Let's check the answers and review what each word means. The first answer is world-class. It describes something of the highest international standard. The second answer is featuring. This means presenting or including something as a special part. The third answer is propaganda. It refers to information spread to influence opinion, often in a biased or misleading way. The fourth answer is striking. This means very noticeable, impressive, or surprising. The fifth answer is surreal. It describes something that feels dreamlike or unreal, especially in a strange or eerie way. Excellent work, everyone! We've examined how image, control, and tourism intersect in surprising ways. This story raises deeper questions about authenticity and international perception. Here's your reflection question. Would you feel comfortable visiting a country where media and public behavior are tightly controlled? Why or why not? We'll share your thoughts in our next review. Until then, take care.